Okay, so people were saying that I'm a pretty bad spy and such. So I'm on a quest, I guess you could say, to become a better spy and such. But I also kind of think that I am a pretty decent spy at the same time, even though some people may not. I think the first thing is that people compare me to other players, which is it's not a bad thing. You don't want to. It's not like you don't want to compare to people and see how well you're doing, but to compare me to someone like, I don't know, Stabby Sabby, who has way more experience. He has more hours played as spy than I have more than hours as like idled in TF2. Like that's pretty ridiculous, and he has a lot more experience than me. So you can't necessarily, well, you can't compare me. I guess you could say. Okay, I'll stop there. You get the idea. This is a gameplay commentary with the Sahara spy set. I do not know if I covered this or not during well, I guess I never had this YouTube channel when the Polycount update came out. I'll just cover the Polycount update stuff. I think I covered like the Scout one, I think. I don't know. Anyway, Sahara spy set, you need L'étranger, you need your Eternal Reward, and you need the Familiar Fez. With this whole set, you get a basically silent decloak when you're using the standard Invisawatch, whereas Dead Ringer, it's pretty close to silent. I don't like using the Dead Ringer with the set just because it's kind of being pointless because people can still hear the decloak. So, in my opinion, I would just stick with the normal Invisawatch, like when I'm doing this gameplay. But, I don't know, it's really dependent on your playstyle. If you really want to play really aggressive, then I guess you can. Which also goes into kind of the way I play. Like, when I'm using the Dead Ringer, I play really aggressive and it gets me killed lots. That's why I have the Dead Ringer to compensate for my aggressiveness. And even when I played competitive, like there's a newbie mix and such, and they like give you tips and tricks, and it was just like, yeah, their tip for me was be less aggressive because it was actually pretty fun. Oh, I won't talk about it. That's a story for another time, but you get the idea. Anyways, as I was saying, this is with Sahara Spy set, you get acquire decloak time, but also with the L'étranger, if you shoot someone, you get plus 15 cloak, which I'm assuming is out of 100. That would make the most sense. It's not like out of 30 or something. And then also, one other thing is your Eternal Reward. Most of you, I'm assuming, have used it before. Backstab, instantly turn into the person, their body disappears, and it doesn't show up on the kill feed for the other team. Sorry, I don't know even what I was thinking there. My mind went off into other places. Anyways, it doesn't show up in the kill feed, so it's a silent killer. And with this set, you probably want to go for the last person, like the person that's behind the most on the team. Like, you kind of have to think about it like this. Okay, you don't want to go for the first person that comes out of the door. You want to go for the last person, the 5th or 6th or 7th, depending on who's on the other team and such. You want to go for the last person, and you probably, like, the thing is, when you backstab a heavy, you turn to the heavy, and you're super slow. So one tip I can give for you people is, if no one's behind you, lose the disguise, or just turn invisible by stabbing. Lose the disguise by stabbing in the air, so you gain your speed. If no one's behind you, and go for the next guy or whatever. That's just a tip, but it's good because people don't expect a heavy running around. A spy just gets the heavy, unless they're using the set and such. And then it also makes the other team really paranoid and such. You get the idea. It's an excellent set, and I believe it was banned in UGC. Like, the set bonus, I guess, was banned, so you can't wear the Familiar Fez with all the other stuff. But if you wanted to do the other stuff, you still can. So it's definitely an excellent set. I do recommend you use it. Give it a try out. Just craft 1 ref in trade for someone, because I think it's worth about a ref or 2 ref or something. I don't know. Something like that. I don't have a skill testing question for this video because I didn't really think of one. I'll have to. Actually, no, I do have one, but I will not say it until I have enough ref fine to craft another hat to give away. Anyways, back to the gameplay. I guess one thing I should mention is why I may be seen as a not as good of a player in TF2 as like for spy. And I think the number one reason is that my playstyle may be a little bit different. Maybe. I guess I really kind of explained that, how I'm really aggressive. Like with Soldier, I'm super aggressive sometimes, and you just gotta back down and be calm and relaxed. And I'm never calm and relaxed. Okay, well, you get the you get the idea. I think that about sums up the video. Actually, one thing I should mention is being a passive spy. That is a fun thing to do, and I'm gonna throw in a clip at the end of this video for you guys to see me basically distracting this heavy for a good 2.5 minutes, which is like equivalent to me backstabbing him, what? Let's say the respawn was 20 seconds, like 18 seconds probably generally. Actually, no, for blue team it's probably going to be shorter to 10 seconds. Let's say 10 seconds, okay? That's equivalent to backstabbing him 23 times, basically. No. What am I smoking? Is that right? Hold on. My math has really gone out the ceiling. Gone out the window. 15 times. Correction. 15 times. It's equivalent to backstabbing the guy 15 times. Sure, I don't get the points, but you know what? I thought it was quite hilarious. And it's a good way to be a passive spy and distract the other team. And they won't even know it, basically. And I've fallen for this before, too, and I've been a sucker for this. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video as much as I did creating it. And I'll see you guys later. And don't forget to watch for the clip at the end with the heavy chase. We'll call it movie chase.